What are you looking for whenever you hire someone? I already know the answer. Don't even waste your breath. You're looking for someone who's committed. Am I right? Someone who's committed, obviously, tries hard. They care about the end result. And if you are looking to grow your own brand, whether it's your personal brand or a company that you started, you have to show others that you're committed. In this video, I'm going to show you a couple ways that you can look even more committed and even be more committed than you are right now. Check it out. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you sticking around and watching this video. If you get any value from it, like it, share it. It means a lot to me. Anyway, your whole goal is to look committed, whether it's your own personal brand or for a company that you work for or a company that you started. Your goal should be to show others that you are committed to helping them out. Now, there's a couple ways you can do that. Number one, you really do have to stand out on social media, okay? Now, I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I do a couple different things. I'm not on Snapchat because my target audience is not there. Maybe someday I'll get there. My goal is to post and engage as much as possible. What is this doing? This doesn't mean necessarily that I am actually building clients directly. But if anybody does any research on me, they're able to see that I get back to people pretty fast. I do a lot of posting, I do a lot of engagement. I'm able to show others that I am willing to take every moment of every day to get back to people, or post every day of my existence on a social media platform about my business. Yeah, it might not reach everyone at once, but anybody who does any research on you is going to be able to figure out if you're committed to your craft or not. So many people I meet that says, listen, I don't want to do social media. That's a waste of my time. I'll grow my business the old-fashioned way. Sorry to break it to you, but the old-fashioned way is done. This is a marketing world. The greatest marketers will win. Always has, always will. But nowadays, it's going to be really, really prevalent. The person who's out there putting themselves out there as much as possible, whenever possible, is the one that's going to get the attention. And there's so many tools that are readily available for you, like YouTube, like Facebook, like Instagram, that you could do all of this for free and very, very fast. So if you're not doing it, it means two things. Number one, you're too busy to do it, or you just don't care. And guess what? If you're too busy to do it, the client out there, the person who wants to work with you, is gonna think you're too freaking busy to work with them or for them. You have to show that you are ready to go. So I recommend every day you post something about your business. It is hard. I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. This is actually really, really, really hard to do. Yet if you want to win in this world, you got to stand above the rest and try harder. I don't know if this necessarily goes and applies to women or anything like that, but this goes for business in general. So you really do need to stand out and try harder than anybody else out there, especially the people in your industry. We're all fighting for someone's attention. Whether it's a client, whether it's a potential business, you really are only going to get that person's attention if you rise above. Go to the cream to the top, just like Macho Man always said, and really, really, really put yourself out there every day as much as possible. The next thing is, you really, 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 really got to start writing things down. Now, how are you going to write this down? Hey, I'm a bad writer. I don't know how to write. A couple different ways. Okay, blog posts. I'll tell you something. When we first started this business, I was blogging quite a bit, and people started reading the blogs and getting to know me. Now, not many people, but there are people. And what it did was two things. It showed that if they did go back onto my website, they were able to see how committed I was to actually blogging. How active was it? It wasn't like a blog every month. It was a blog every 3 days. Whether they read it or not live that first day, or they do the research, they're able to see this person is willing to commit time and energy to blog posts. That means that they care enough to sit down and write something, which is the hardest form of communication, right? It's easier to get on camera and talk to a camera or on a podcast, but to sit down and actually write, think things through, that's pretty hard to do. And if you could outshine others by doing stuff that's harder, you're gonna win. And I believe in multi-purposing everything. So you really can take these videos and multi-purpose it into blog posts very easily. And I'll show you that at the very end of how we do that. So blog post, I recommend you do one every week, minimum one every week. We try to shoot for 3 to 4. And why is that? Google loves people who blog. Now we use Wix on everything because Wix is very easy to teach. I don't want to use stuff that I can't teach other people. And because I've dealt with many web developers that try to rape you for way too much money for little stuff that they're the only ones they're able to do and nobody else can tinker around with. It's a nightmare. Use Wix, create a blog, create an automated email campaign, get the blog going, and write every chance you get. Once a week minimum. Spend 200 to 300 words of energy, put it down on paper, get it out there. Don't try to hit it so it's perfect. Just get it out there. Get content flowing, get in the rhythm, and over time you get better and better and faster and faster. The next thing is podcasts. So what I do, and we have a woman named Ashley who I have to thank right now for even probably watching this many times, because she's going to take this video and apply it to many different platforms and put an awesome image in the back. Could be even her in the back of this. What she does is she's able to take this video and we're going to be putting on many platforms and including SoundCloud. So this becomes a podcast. Now there are podcasts that you can sit down and interview people, or you do just a podcast talking to the audience. But my message, I want this, and since we're only 4 people in this company, I want this message to be shared with everyone. So this is actually going to turn into a podcast. All you got to do is put it on YouTube. Okay, remember this, guys. This video gets doctored up through a program, could be VSDC, which is free, by the way, VSDC editor. Maybe there'll be a link below, maybe I'll put it somewhere, but it's very simple. Google VSDC editor, it's free. You can take that, or you can get one of those great Adobe platforms. There's that Lightform, there's a couple other ones you can use, iMovie. Turn into a video, put it up on YouTube. Once it's a YouTube file, there's many different tricks to that. I was just trained by a great guy, Daniel Willis. I appreciate your time and energy. See, you've taught me a little bit about YouTube, and there's many tricks. But once we put it up on YouTube, now it's a file that can be accessed anywhere. We do it correctly. Now we can take that file and go to savefrom.net. Anybody out there watching this, savefrom.net, pull the audio file from it, or you can go to Online Converter, pull the audio file, put it up on SoundCloud. Now my 10-minute speech here can be turned into hours and hours and hours of content for people to be listening or watching on many different platforms. So we recommend SoundCloud because it's free. You could use other different podcasts. I don't recommend anything that you have to pay for unless you're making a lot of money up front, and then you can start to spread it out. You can invest in people rather than podcast platforms, make a lot more money that way and grow your business the right way. So I recommend SoundCloud, but multi-purposing your video into a SoundCloud. Now you can take that SoundCloud file, or even just a YouTube file, and get someone to summarize the video. Take that content and put it in your blog post. You see where I'm getting at this? You got to multi-purpose all your content somewhere. The next thing is you got to be doing email blasts. Okay? Email blasts. We recommend at least 1 email blast a week. What does that do? If your opening rate is, 30% or lower, what it shows is those people who are truly committed to your business are going to keep opening your files and looking at what you're doing. And if you're able to keep doing this stuff and people are able to start receiving emails, someday, maybe not now, but a week, month, year down the road, they might be interested in what exactly you have to offer. And they're going to say, this person is so committed that when I have this problem that's so great, I've been receiving this email nonstop. I'm finally ready to solve this problem. I finally have the money. The problem is big enough in my life that I need it to be taken care of. Who am I going to go and seek out to solve this problem? Is it going to be someone that I've never met? Is it someone that I haven't seen yet? Is it someone that I'm not going to research? No, it's the person that keeps sending me stuff every week in my email box. Yeah, email blasts are very important. Whether it's now or later, it's the long game. The long game. Play the long game. This is not a short-term, one-night stand type of business. You are not trying to get out there and put yourself out there in a week and become a millionaire. You're going to be growing your brand slowly. Foundation has to be set. All the kinks have to be worked out before you could really explode. Make sense, guys? So then after the email blast, you want to start doing YouTubes way more often. YouTube videos. I made a mistake before. I was making my YouTube videos way too short. The audience, YouTube, all the algorithms in place, they needed videos that were longer, okay? This is stuff that I needed to learn. I did things the wrong way. But it gets me more experience, more exposure if I keep making more content-rich videos. More people like it, more people share, more people comment. So every time that you have something to share with the world, put it down in a YouTube video, and you can break that up. And you can take minute segments and put it on Instagram, or you can take the whole video, save from .net, pull the video file, put it up on Facebook, share the link on LinkedIn. What you're doing is taking these videos and just sharing it everywhere. This is showing how committed your business is and being everywhere, seen everywhere. Make sure that you are going to be a rock thrown into a river and ripple out in every direction, no matter where people see you from. If you are everywhere, every day of their life, they're going to say, this guy is so committed, he cares enough that whenever I have a problem, I want him to solve it. And guess what? This is not just a test of somebody to just hire. When things go wrong during a project, during some situation that people have hired you to take care of, whether it's real estate, financial services, problems always happen. I think everyone knows that. If you are committed, and you're strong, you don't back down. You're able to take these challenges head on. And the more committed you show people up front, the more committed they're able to know that when problems do arise, and they will, they absolutely will, that you're gonna take care of it for them. That's important. Next thing is Facebook Lives, okay? I love doing Facebook Lives. People say, oh, well, there's only 3, 4, 5 people watching at a time, maybe 15 people at a time. That doesn't matter, all right? When you're putting a brand out there, when you're creating something from scratch, from nothing, you're not in a multi-level marketing company maybe, and you don't have a big audience, and you don't have a lot of people a part of this culture yet. You're creating something from nothing, starting from zero. Started from zero is really all about, creating your own thing and, growing your name as big as possible from nothing, whether it is joining MLM or whether it's joining some big company and being an agent for them. It doesn't matter. You really do have to get your name out there some way. And started from zero is really just to embrace those people trying to really make it in this world from nothing. Anyway, it doesn't matter about 3, 4, 5, 15 people watching those Facebook Lives. What matters is that you keep doing it and keep getting better at it and keep getting richer content and showing other people that you're putting yourself out there at least once a week on Facebook Live. Maybe interviewing other people, all right? And I recommend you do as many interviews as possible, because if enough people are able to see you doing Facebook Lives, they're gonna like it, they're gonna share it, and then there's gonna be a lot of people talking about you on Facebook, which is the #1 social media network right now. Instagram is quickly catching them, yet it's still a long way off. So you have to start doing Facebook Lives and playing towards their algorithm. It's very difficult to get a lot of views unless you start to interview really big names. The only way to get to those big names is if you do start. You have to start interviewing other people in your field, in your industry, that your audience might like to learn a little bit about. The last thing is to show that you're committed. Start putting things down in a book. A book is what we like to help out with. Obviously, it's my business, Dreamstarters Book Marketing Experts. We help entrepreneurs write books and show them how to use it as a marketing tool. Why? Because a book is the hardest thing. Remember, it's the hardest thing for any of those 7 different ideas of how to show that you're committed. That's pretty easy to do. But if you have a book, which is approximately 17 to 19,000 words, up to 23,000 words, you're able to show that you're really committed. And if you're committed enough to put up your words down in a book, to be judged, to be looked upon as the expert, the credible person in your field, you are going to stand above everyone else. You're the author. You're the book writer. You're the person who has something related to an industry that maybe your competitors don't have. It's scary to put your story out there and the lessons that you want to teach, because this is like a trophy. I mean, this is an asset. Social media and all that, that's an asset too. But that's a fly-by-night, just keeps going. You have to keep pumping that stuff out. Book is concrete, it lasts forever. People will say he has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books out there. They'll never say, oh, he has 3 videos. Does that make sense? I mean, you really should have hundreds or thousands of videos, hundreds or thousands of blogs, hundreds or thousands of posts, social media posts. But you only get a few of these. And why is that? Because they are so credible, meaningful. Give this away, sign it, it's tangible. The more tangible it feels to someone, they can pick it up and touch it, it's going to be real to them. And you're able to stand out just way more. Having a book changed my life, and that's why I recommend, whether you go through a company like us, which what we do, we make it very easy for people to become authors. We interview you, bring your story to life, and then you're have a ghostwriter actually write most of it, and you go in and tweak it. So it's very, very in line with the multi-purposing techniques. Your story funneled and created the right way through a ghostwriter is going to be multi-purpose through every channel that I just talked about. You can get on every YouTube video, you can get a blog post, you can start doing social media content just about your book. So if you start here, you could really scale into this stuff much easier. Or you do vice versa, have all that content, know exactly what we want to talk about, and then go through a program like ours, have it ghost written, like 95% of all entrepreneurs out there who do get their book to market, the big names, entrepreneurs and celebrities. So I recommend putting a book out there, showing others how credible you are, how committed you are to your craft, because now and later, people are going to see this and say, that's the person that I want on my team, and that's the person I want to work with, and that's the person I want to trust my money in their pocket, because that person's committed enough to get it all done. For more tips, information, anything, let me know. Have any questions? If you like this video, comment down below, and please share it out. I really hope that maybe this will change someone's life out there. Show that you're committed and good things will happen. Stay tuned, guys.